What's up, everybody? I'm Terrell.
I'm Tierra Leanne.
And I'm Tawan.
And you're about to be
Rewired.
Today's topic is about mental health check-ins and why it's important to check in on each other, check in with ourselves on a daily, weekly basis to kind of see where we at and see where we need to go.
What's up? I mean, the energy is flowing, but it ain't flowing like that. So I just want to check in on y'all to make sure everything is good. Y'all know this is a mental health podcast, and how can we rewire anybody if we're not rewired ourselves? So I just can't help but to ask, what's up? Like, how are y'all week going? How are you feeling mentally, spiritually, physically? What's up?
Well, I actually had a very interesting week this week. I had to kind of rewire myself a little bit because I was experiencing some anxiety around one of the topics that we talked about previously around this whole vaccination thing, right?
Okay.
So what I had experienced is I ran into a couple of kind of light suggestions to go get vaccinated, right? And I was resilient. I was sticking to kind of the things that I was stuck in my mind that was serving as reasons to like kind of be hesitant, right? Okay. So those those suggestions got more and more like non-negotiable until it was like either you gonna do it and you're gonna take this opportunity, or you ain't gonna do it, right?
Miss the opportunity.
And miss the opportunity, right? So at that point, I started feeling a little bit of anxiety because I was entertaining the thought of doing it, but I was thinking of all the things that was causing me anxiety.
Like,
right?
What's in it? What's going to happen to me?
Like, what's in it? What's the side effects? Is already a vaccine for this when it ain't been a vaccine developed for all these other diseases? All of the things that you would think of that would kind of be like, damn, maybe I shouldn't do this, right?
So you was looking for a reason to turn around, basically.
Kind of yes and no. It was, I think the apprehension was natural, but when I had to, what I had to do to rewire myself is to practice one of the things that I preach all the time in therapy is if it's a situation that you can't control, what you can control is how you react to it. So, and what you choose to focus on. So, although all of the stuff that I was focusing on before was true, that was causing me anxiety, I chose to focus on the other things that's also true that make me feel a little bit better about go ahead and knocking it out. You feel me? So, some of them things were, the statistics show that the side effects are supposed to be less severe if you get the vaccine.
So did you have any side effects?
I haven't had no side effects
You
yet.
haven't?
No. Knock on wood. The other thing was, one of the things that was causing me apprehension was the fact that it hadn't been tested, tried, and true yet, right? So the part that made me feel a little bit better, even on that same topic, is the vast majority of the population is now getting this vaccine. So just by sheer numbers alone and probability alone, that makes me feel a little bit better. So I had to rewire my thought process and intentionally stop focusing on the stuff that was causing me anxiety and refocus on the things that made me feel a little bit better about the decision. So yeah, I mean, we struggle with things. I was feeling, some type of way at one point, but I had to get rewired and I was able to deal with it.
So if you had to use one word to sum up your whole experience or your whole week, what word would you use?
Perception.
Perception?
Yes.
Why?
Perception is the way you see a situation. That's what causes your reaction to it, not a situation.
Right.
So the situation that you experience, if you perceive it in the way that's causing you distress, try to change your perception, and it may not cause you as much distress.
Okay.
Sounds simple.
Well, I'm glad you are
Easier said than done.
As y'all know, we talked about this, and y'all could probably tell who was vaccinated and who wasn't. So I'm glad you got vaccinated. Okay.
Let's go. I got my card
Good job.
right here.
Look, you got your
I
card?
got my card right
Ooh.
here.
Okay. So what? So what?
Card.
Vaxified.
Mine is at home somewhere.
So how is your week going? I need to check in with you. What's your mental situation looking like? Is your health and wellness up, or are you kind of?
Well, mine was kind of up and down, like just going haymaker, and I just didn't know what to do about that. So I came to the conclusion that I would learn to have more balance and take control of situations a little bit better than what I've been doing, especially when it comes to me setting goals for myself, because I am, like I told y'all already in the last episode, I think that was 5, I'm a gold digger, you know. I gotta get to these goals. So I have learned to not neglect people and things in my life that are a priority, but reposition things, you know, until at least I meet my goals. So for the longest, like, I'm a person, if y'all know me, like, I'm all about my friends, I'm all about my family, I'm all about fun, I'm all about, you know, work, a whole bunch of things. So it's like, wow, I have to really put some things aside, and not saying it's aside for ever, just momentarily, just until I get these things accomplished. So what I had to learn from those things is that in life, I feel like it's a lot of things that you can always do. You're gonna always have time to do those things, but the things that you really want and the things that really makes you feel fulfilled, those are some things that only come once in a lifetime. Like, everybody can lose motivation, everybody can lose momentum in the moment, but I feel like it's up to you to keep that, and only person is going to make sure you reach your goals is you. So make sure you stand firm on that, stay focused, and never give up. So yeah.
You feel like you was kind of like rewired to reposition and reprioritize your goals?
Yes, because I just feel like I get pulled from different angles all the time, and I'm always like, okay, yes. And to me, that can cause stress. Definitely. When you want to please people and you want to make sure that you're always there or available, that doesn't do nothing but bring stress to you, because you can show up and be happy, hey, but deep down, people don't know what you really have going on. You may have a list of things to do, but when as you're showing up, you're looking so free. You're looking so, you know what I'm saying? Available, but they don't even know that you have a whole bunch of stuff that you really need to take care of.
Bogged down.
So yeah, mentally, I would say I'm good now. Now that I'm standing firm on the repositioning that I was talking about.
Okay.
And learning that it's nothing wrong with saying no sometimes. Like, no is part of self-care. No is part of self-love. And no is what's going to get you to the next level, because you can't always say yes at times. And even though with me, I wish I could be there for everybody, like my family, my friends, everybody. But unfortunately, sometimes, like I said, when you have goals to make, you can't do that. And I just been in a place where I kind of like shut down and just focus, and I'm tunnel vision right now. So, yeah.
I'm glad you was able to rewire that thing.
I was able to rewire finally, because you know how you do stuff. You be like, I'm never doing this again. Next time they ask me, I'm saying no, because I know I got some notes to do or this to do. But you always end up bumping your head, being hard-headed, doing it again, letting your friends talk you into coming somewhere, or letting your family take you out to eat or something, and you really got stuff to do. So now I'm glad that I'm at a place where I can just be like, I can't make it, and I don't feel bad about it.
Definitely.
I do.
So for me, this week, I guess nobody asked me, so I'm just going to go on and answer.
Oh, yes, we have asked you. How are you mentally? How are you mentally to why?
I'm doing awesome.
Okay.
And if it was one word to describe my week, I would have to say encouraged.
Okay.
Yeah, because honestly, I was hesitant to move forward on some expansion projects. And I don't know, I guess sometimes the what wrong can happen kind of is easier to see than the benefits of certain things.
Definitely.
So I did the necessary research, and I ran into some people with some success stories in some of the same areas that I want to expand in. So I'm feeling encouraged right now. You know what I'm saying?
So what
Encouraged
do you mean
to
by
press forward.
what do you mean by basically not what did you say the first time?
I was a little apprehensive because I was thinking about worst case scenarios.
Why?
I think that's just human tendency, like natural human tendency to think about what all can go wrong. Like what are the anticipated consequences, anticipated outcomes, anticipated barriers. But at the end of the day, action is required. And there ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Exactly.
And there's no way to know if you're going to succeed unless you try. And you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So I'm shooting mine.
Shoot your shot.
Ooh.
So how did you rewire? Like, what did you tell yourself to get you to that place where you was ready to move forward?
Man, I just said, if you build it, they will come. No, I just felt like I owe myself the opportunity to excel. You know what I'm saying? And not being satisfied with mediocrity or satisfied with just doing what I've been doing.
And I feel like a lot of that comes from, like you said, you were around people who inspired you. We're like candles. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're around somebody that's lit, you can get lit too.
Definitely.
So, it's like, no, seriously.
Okay.
That's how it is. And it's just like, it's beautiful how people could come in and you could just see their success story and it inspires you or spark that flame within you. And that's why it's important to be around those type of people. You know what I'm saying? Because had you been in a situation where you meet a person that's saying, hey, you know, I got this party to go to. Oh, I've been throwing parties. That may not spark you like a person is telling you, oh, I got this going on or this business. You know, so it's something that you can relate to. And within you, it just, you know, kind of walk it up a little bit. Walk them spirits up.
Yeah, get you going.
Yeah.
So what we did just now is we demonstrated a mental health check-in. And a mental health check-in is just checking in with yourself and your loved ones just to see how their week is going, how their day is going. And if they give you some negative feedback, if you give yourself some negative feedback, come up with a plan on how you can do something different and change your experience.
Definitely.
And it's so important to check in on your friends, check in on your family, and check in on those who you feel like may be okay. And my thing is, with my experience, I feel like those people who you feel like are doing the best, sometimes they could be at their worst. So you never know. Like, mental illness or mental health doesn't have a face. You know, it comes in all shapes, forms, and sizes, so you never know. So the best thing that you could do as a person is ask. It takes 5 seconds, 10 seconds to call a person. Hey, I just want to, you know, see how you doing, how your day going. Are you good? Do you need anything? It takes literally 5 to 10 seconds to do that. So I encourage everybody that's out there listening to this, if you have people that you love and you have people around you, regardless if you feel like they're rich, they poor, they cute, ugly, whatever it is, check on them and make sure they are good, okay?
Definitely. And just like always here, we want to rewire the thought process and educate you guys that the way you typically look at a check-in or even a mental health therapy session don't have to be that deep. It don't have to be super formal. It don't have to be nothing that you got to dread. And we want to normalize some of the things that's not so normal in our community, like a mental health check-in and like saying to your friends and family, hey, bro, how are you feeling this week?
Exactly. And then the people who you don't hear from, don't assume that they're being fake or phony towards you. They may be going through something psychologically that you don't even know about, that they're showing up. Like I said, everybody can show up and have this persona like they're happy or they have it all figured out. But deep down behind closed doors, they could be going through God knows what, and their life could be in shambles. So I say, never put a face to it. Never, try to figure out what exactly are they not going through, but figure out what they are going through, if that makes sense. Like, you could look at a person just because they have money or just because they have certain things, and you can think to yourself that they're not going through nothing, or assume. But deep down, they can just need that one little phone call just so you could check on them, or that text message, or pull up to them. Like this weekend, I had to go check on my family, you know, and I felt so much better after doing that, because sometimes not even a phone call is good enough. You might need to physically check and see if a person is okay. So
Yeah. I think here on Rewired too, we try to focus on some of the things that we allow to substitute for some of the things that we know to be right.
exactly.
Like, I think here in our community, a lot of times we use social media to say, oh yeah, I know he doing good. I know she doing good. I seen she just got a new car. She's straight. Man, pick up the phone, or like Tierra said, go check on your people, check on yourself, and be real with yourself, and don't allow people to assume that you are a certain way just because you present a certain way on social media.
And just like we just did, we checked on each other. So I thank y'all for checking on me.
I sure appreciate y'all
yeah.
checking on me.
As
Y'all didn't really
professionals,
check
we
on
go
me,
through
but
our
I
own
got
stuff
mine
too.
in.
Yes, we did.
I was gonna check on you.
Yes, we
That's
did.
all.
I didn't get a chance.
Oh my God. Don't give that no attention, okay?
But man, if y'all thinking that everything is cool and y'all not checking on yourself and you not checking on each other, you might need to be rewired.